Hello, good morning. This is Ghazi Zughni once again doing these video interviews with alumni of Aden College, and we've done about a dozen of them. They are mostly posted on the Aden College Facebook website, and I'm delighted to have one more candidate for this show, which usually lasts about 10 minutes. And this is an old classmate of mine that I have known for at least 60 years, but I haven't seen him for about 55 years, the last 55 years. And this is Ghazi Zughni. So welcome to the show, Ghazi.
Thank you.
Okay, we're sitting here in Ottawa, Canada. In fact, it's my home. And I'm delighted that you came to stay with us for just for one night. You should have stayed a bit longer. But we'll be talking about Aden College mostly, and things of interest to alumni of Aden College. So, Ghazi, you were born in Aden?
Yes.
Yes? Where, in Crater, was it?
I was born in Crater in Hafet al-Ta'am, exactly.
Suq al-Ta'am.
Suq al-Ta'am,
Yes.
that's Aden side.
Yeah.
And I was born there with all my brothers and sisters. We all were born there in
Yes,
Aden.
yes. And that's close to what was called Al-Badri School, right?
Exactly.
Padre,
Exactly.
yeah.
Actually, it was, my house was actually across the street from the Padre School.
Yes. Okay. And how many brothers and sisters were you all together?
I have two brothers and two sisters. The oldest was Rahmatullah Ali Najmi.
Yes.
The second one was my sister Balqis. A lot of people know her. After that was my brother Muhyiddin.
Yes.
And then me. And the last one was my sister Leila.
Okay.
And now both Najmi, Muhyiddin and Balqis على أساس توفوا ما بقى إلا أنا وأختي الصغيرة ليلى.
And where is Leila now?
Leila is in Houston.
Houston. Okay, good. Fairly close. To you.
Yeah. Very close.
All right. Where did you go to school?
School, first of all,
Primary school.
I went to elementary school and then sailor school.
Yes, yes. So did I.
And after I went there. After I finished, my father asked me to shift from the government school to go to Bazara school. I went there in Bazar School for 3 years, and there was Muhammad, the singer, Muhammad, I forgot his name.
He's a famous singer?
Yeah. Muhammad.
Ahmed Qasim, you mean?
Ahmed Qasim.
Ahmed Qasim.
Ahmed Qasim was a classmate of mine.
Okay.
And his teacher was Makki, and Muhammad Aqil Abbas.
Yes.
We were there. And after Aden Bazara, I went to Aden College.
Yes.
Right from when it opened.
52. Yes.
52. And continued there until I got my GCE.
Yes. In 56.
And then through those 3 or 4 years, I met wonderful friends among them you, and I remember Babger, I remember Abdul Karim Ali Abdo.
Yes, Abdo is in Canada. Awad Mabgar is a lawyer who lives in London, and I saw him in London recently, and his daughter as well, Safa.
Of course.
Yes.
And then Ahmed Abed Safi,
yes,
dear friend of mine,
yeah.
Abdul Karim Jawi, Abu Bakr Khalil, and so many. I remember Muafi or Shamsu. These people are still in my mind all the time.
What about some of the boys of Indian origin? You remember them? Are you in touch with them?
Himmat Lal.
Yes.
Rizal.
London. Yes.
And unfortunately, I forgot the name of the other. We had about 3 or 4 Indian,
yes.
very nice people.
Vinod Shah and Kishore, his brother Kishore Shah.
Yes, I remember those.
Okay.
And of course, our teachers, I remember the teachers, most on top of them all is Muhammad Wazir.
Yes.
A very dear teacher, and he had great effect on me. And then, of course, we had Allah Yarhamah Lutfi Jafar Rahman.
Of course.
We have Hamid Rahman. We have Hussein Hibshi.
Yes.
We have Said Hashim.
Indeed, yes.
And then the English one, Mr. Hunt, Focus, Macmillan. Of course, we had the principal at that time at the beginning of Aden College, Sharps, and then Robley. That's what comes in my mind so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And are you in touch with any of them to any large extent?
I was lucky to go to Beirut at UB and meet Ghaffar Abdul Saleh.
Yes.
And Allah yarhamah Abu Bakr Baqir. We spent a year together. Otherwise than that, by accident, fortunately, I met Ashraf once. I lost track I knew Ashraf then, but we lost track of everybody. And one day I was in Denmark walking down the street, and I met Ashraf. And through Ashraf, I established relation with you, Doctor, and with Abdul Karim and Abu Bakr Khalil.
It's amazing, you know, the same thing happened to me when I ran into Shamsher Taj Muhammad, who was not in our class, but he was behind us. And lo and behold, I was walking down the same street, probably that no traffic street in Copenhagen.
Walking street.
And we just, walking street. We came face to face after many years.
A small world.
A small world.
A small world. By the way, I should remember Muhammad Shamsher. He was a dear friend of mine too.
Really good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about your university education? What did you
the
study?
College, after I finished Aden, I went to join an American high school in Libya, by which I got the American high school diploma, which is equivalent to the advanced level, by which I could go to an American school, college, university, then going to England. So because at that time Libya, I was living in Libya, and oil was a big discovery, and I knew the future of Libya was oil. So I decided to go and study petroleum engineering, and I did come to the United States. I went to one of the best schools called the School of Mines in Colorado, and I think I majored not in oil because there were a lot of people majoring in oil. I majored in natural gas engineering, and I believe I was one of the first ever to major, and there was only one college giving a degree in natural gas. So I got a degree in natural gas engineering, and I went back to Libya and worked with a company called Oasis, which is a group of companies vested in Libya, and it was the biggest company in Libya called Oasis, Al-Waha. And I worked there for a while, for 4 years. Then I came back to the States, and I got my master's in chemical engineering. And I went back again to Libya and worked there. But unfortunately, Gaddafi was there, and I couldn't take him, I couldn't take his, there was no freedom, no nothing. So I went to Sharjah for a while. I took my, and then I came back to the States, and I lived since here. Now during this
that's
time,
how long now since you went back to States finally?
I moved to the States around the end of 70s. And I lived in Texas for a long time. And as I said, I married, I had 3 kids, and I went to Libya a few times. I went to Aden when I could. It was allowed for me to go to Aden. Of course, I miss Aden. Memories came back, and I went to Aden College, and I saw it. It brought a lot of memories.
Was it standing? Was it
was
still
standing? As a matter of fact, they were remodeling it.
Okay.
They were trying, which was I was very happy. I believe, I don't know if it was called Aden College. They had a different name for it.
Bayumi College or something?
Something like this.
Okay.
Something like this.
Did you come across any of our classmates?
Yes, of course. I was mostly with Khalid Muharis.
Oh yeah, Khalid.
And I met Jafar Abdul Saleh before he passed away.
Yes.
And I met Al-Break, who was
Mahsin
Al-Break.
Yes.
He was a very good friend of mine. And of course, I wanted to see Mr. Muharis, but unfortunately he passed away. But I met Hussein Hibshi.
Really? He was still
Sana'a,
there, eh?
in Sana'a.
In Sana'a.
Yeah, he was working with the petroleum, Ministry of Petroleum or something like
Yes,
this.
yes.
And he was glad to see me.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there was nobody there I could get. But once I met Muhammad Shamshir in Sharjah, when I was in Sharjah, we met for a short while. So I was glad, and I always tried.
Do you know where he is now, Shimshir?
I have no idea.
Is he not in New Zealand?
You told me, I believe you told me, I have no idea. I lost contact with him. And so I try to always establish, of course, through the computers, try to do research and find people, and but unfortunately I found very few. And I intend to go, I'll be going to Europe, inshallah, in September. And I intend to go and buy Riza and Himatlal and maybe Magdar.
Oh, they'll really welcome you, because that's what they did to me when I was in London. They're very hospitable.
All our group were fantastic people. I love every one of them. And we were so close. We had happy life, and we got along. There was no friction. We never had fights or anything. Mischievous, but not. So I was lucky to get hold of some people.
So are you retired now?
Now I'm semi-retired.
Semi-retired, okay.
I don't work in oil and business. I do some consulting. I do some business in oil equipment, sending to Libya, because with Gaddafi everything froze, I couldn't do anything. But now things are picking up, and I'm not very ambitious about doing any business now at this age.
At this stage.
At this age.
Yes.
I have a nice family. I'd like to enjoy my family, and I do a lot of traveling. I love traveling.
Okay. So that's your main occupation. You told me also do some cycling and.
I do. I collect old cars, and I have motorcycles which I ride, and I travel for a long distance in it. I enjoy it very much. Okay. So I'm still young. I'm still young. By heart.
That's the spirit.
By
That's
heart.
the spirit. So on this very positive note, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys, for inviting me.
Excellent.
Thank you. And hello, everybody, and hope you'll be in touch.